Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Ozzy, and in this video we're going to be ranking all of Kendrick Lamar's albums from worst to best. So in 6th place I've gone for Section 80. Now this is his debut album. This is for me where he really found his voice. You know, he was merging conscious rap with storytelling and a lot of social commentary, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely a strong debut, but I do feel like he was still finding his feet. You know, it's not like the masterpieces he would go on to create. For me, it lacks a cinematic production and the world building that makes his albums so special. But for first project, it's still a statement, you know. In 5th place, I've gone for GNX. Now, GNX obviously is his latest album. Coming off that beef with Drake, he obviously needed to perform, and I definitely felt like he did. He had some good features on the album. The album's done well on the charts as well. His song with SZA was really good. Like I said before, he needed to perform on this album. It wasn't an option. He couldn't have failed, and he didn't fail. It did well. It was a solid album. It wasn't the best, you know, it wasn't the best thing he's done. There's a few misses on the album and whatnot, but I do feel like this was a good album. I felt like it done him justice. In 4th place, I've gone for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. A lot of people may be mad at this because I know this is a really loved album, but I don't think 4th place is crazy at all. You know what I'm saying? Musically, it's all over the place in a good way. You know, it blends jazz, soul, trap, and more experimental sounds to create a deeply layered experience. You know, songs like N95 give us that high energy Kendrick that we love, while Mother I Sober is more of his emotional music, and I definitely feel like that is one of his best emotional tracks. For me, I definitely feel like this was one of his most personal albums. You know, he was talking about generational trauma, mental health, and the complexities of his life in a way that we haven't heard. The reason that lands at number 4 is while it is one of his most introspective projects, it's definitely an important listen that I feel like everyone should listen to, but it's not a necessary listen. You know, this is not an album you just throw on. You need to sit down, really taking in everything. The storytelling is top tier, but yeah, it is, for me, it just doesn't have much replay value. You know, this album was great, and it does show Kendrick is willing to evolve, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may be. In 3rd place, I've gone for Damn. This album was incredible. You know, unlike his previous albums, which were laid with dense narratives, Damn is definitely more straightforward and just as impactful, if not more impactful. This is definitely his most accessible album. You had tracks like Humble, DNA, which became instant anthems, while like Fear, Duckworth showed that even in such a mainstream setting, he was still able to show his storytelling, you know, and let that shine through. It's definitely one of his most experimental albums as well. You know, he was doing the whole reverse storytelling thing, which was so good. Speaking in multiple different perspectives. The album works well when it's played in reverse as well. It's like a fucking puzzle, you know what I'm saying? It's incredible. I see a lot of people say that it lacks a certain sense of cohesion compared to like an album like Pimp a Butterfly or GKMC. This was his biggest album, and this is definitely up there. This is a really good one. In number 2, we have Good Kid, Mad City. Now, this is definitely the album that put Kendrick on the map. You know, this solidified Kendrick as a generational talent, in my opinion. This is more than an album. You know, this is like a fucking movie in audio form. This nigga was insane on this. You know, he went crazy. He was speaking from a lens of a young Kendrick. This album's incredible. It was packed with so much storytelling. I feel like the characters that he described in this album were also very vivid. You could just picture them in your head. So much powerful themes in this album as well. Money Trees definitely remains as one of Kendrick's smoothest tracks in rap history. While you had songs like Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, which are really heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Every single track on this album contributes to a bigger picture. The high tempo adrenaline rush. For many years, this was seen as Kendrick's best album, biggest album, but you guys know what's coming next. In number 1, I've gone for To Pimp a Butterfly. Need I say any more? You know what I'm saying? This is definitely Kendrick's best album of all time. This was a direct response to you know, racial injustice, police brutality, and like how complex it was he was speaking a lot about the complexities of a black person and the black identity in the United States that I felt like I could relate to, you know, blending things like jazz, spoken word, and like hip hop. This album definitely is his most profound. You know, The Blacker the Berry is just one of the most raw expressions of anger. Then you had songs like Alright, which became a fucking anthem, you know what I'm saying? Then you have songs like How Much a Dollar Cost, which is just storytelling on another level. You know, this isn't just Kendrick's album, this is one of the greatest albums of all time. Rap or not, this is up there. You know what I'm saying? The impact, the artistry, the social relevance, it was just amazing in so many different ways. So that's my rating of every single Kendrick Lamar album. And if you agree, disagree, shit, drop something in the comments, you know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed this video, shit, you already know what to do. Hit the like button down below, and I'm gonna see you man later.